Okay, let's have a look now at the big section of operating mode options. Well, if you are not in expert mode, the operating modes options are only 6, but if you put expert mode on, operating mode options are really, you can see, are really a lot, more than 10 or a dozen more or less. Okay, so let's go on. Let's have a look of each option. So, do not repeat message is really important. It's one of the distinguished features of my app. My app is try to avoid any kind of repetition. That is really a doom of Android, WhatsApp, Telegram, and so on. All these applications, Android itself, keep in memory the fact that you didn't read a particular message and continuously repeat it, as it would arrive now, in the sense that I cannot distinguish a new message with the same text from an old message that is reactualized. Okay. Anyway, I had to I had to try to avoid this continuous repetition that is really boring for the users, and I did that in the sense that I store the messages, in the notifications page, and I compare a new incoming message with an old message, and if it's arrived from the same application, it has the same title and the same content, okay, I consider it repeated and I skip it. Okay, so you can parameterize the no repetition algorithm with the number of the stored messages, so much longer, much possibilities to do not repeat a message, and the time in which you check this repetition. So after 12 hours, in this case, anyway I repeated the message. So you have to empty to have a look to the application, for example, WhatsApp and Telegram, and the queue all the messages. Okay, so exclusion, it's important because some messages are really repeated, in the sense, for example, a photo is arrives with in this case it's in Italian, with the photo definition. In English it will be photos with okay, obviously PH, and in this case, if you put this exclusion, even if photo is the same message, it will be anyway revocalized, because you have to be aware that a new photo is arrived. Okay, so this is do not repeat message. Vocal commands is a big section, so it's explained in a video apart. Auto reply on phone call, if you set this, my application will try, it's the right term, because it's not guaranteed and not supported by all Android version and smartphone. Anyway, in this case, it will try to reply automatically to the phone call after a certain number of rings, really after a certain number of seconds, 5 seconds per ring in general. Okay, so private mode is interesting, in the sense that if you set private mode, all the application will vocalize only the sender, only the title part, and not the content part. Shortened text mode is applicable to all the messages, is applicable only to mail messages that are in general the longer ones. Parameterize with the number of characters that you want to detect, in the sense that it's, in this case, if it's more than 250 characters, the message will be vocalized till this number of characters after it will be said, in this case it's Italian, message too long. And you can change anyway this message from here. Okay. Well, Anti-silent mode, if you set this option, the application will vocalize anyway the message even if the phone is in silent mode, the volume is 0. Well, in queue messages when muted and queue message when calling, they are interesting. Queue messages when muted, it means that if it's muted and this option is checked, the messages will be enqueued and otherwise they will be lost. In queue message when calling is interesting also because my default the default behavior of my app is in queue message during a call, so you are not disturbed by the incoming messages. Anyway, someone asked me to be interrupted by these messages, so during a call you want to listen to the incoming messages. Okay, so if you want that, you have to uncheck this. Really crazy for me, but someone asked for that. Okay, removal substitution. It's interesting. It's a big option. It has a lot of other sub options. So you can select a character or a phrase that you want to remove from the message. In this case, for example, I have put the minus and the underline that are in general really boring to be listened. Reply, dot, reply, underline, reply, minus, and so on. So it's really boring. Well, let's go on. Special charts removal, it means in general emoji. So you can remove them just checking this option. Enable removing, also this, it's interesting. You can remove all the long URL pronunciation or the long vocalization just checking this option. Substitution is really interesting. You can prepare a kind of dictionary in which you substitute the first word with greater than symbol and the second word to be substituted. Okay, if you check this substitution will go online. Okay, let's go on. Excuse me. Oops. So it was a remote substitution. Enable WhatsApp group. If you uncheck this is by default checked. My application will try to remove messages from Google Groups in general. This is not easy. Every time WhatsApp changed the rules, so I cannot grant anything at all. Now it's working. For the future, who knows? Okay, let's go on. Finally, enable WhatsApp messages, so my app is able also to vocalize the incoming WhatsApp vocal messages. So
io sto guidando in questo momento, non posso.
For example, so this is you can also check if it's working. Well, first point, Android 7 or even better. Well, this is what I support officially, because before it was really crazy to vocalize a WhatsApp vocal message. Anyway, if you have less than Android 7, you can follow this instruction. I cannot grant anything. I don't have even more old smartphone with the version before 6, so I cannot actualize this. In the past it was working, now I cannot be sure about that. I hope you will have Android 7 and even more. Okay.